last episode of She-Hulk, episode 9, ends with the most comic book ending possible. And they got to do Animal Man before, well, DC got to do it. I don't really know how to really go through this episode without spoiling it, but yeah, just pretty much all of the parts of She-Hulk weave together, and then it goes off the rails, and then She-Hulk pretty much takes the rails, rips them off the tracks, and then constructs new ones with her bare hands. I mean, that's as far as I can want to tell you. But yeah, no, this is a great episode. It's really mind-bendy. Definitely uses the fourth wall breaking to its absolute final conclusion. I mean, there's been other things like it before. I'm not gonna lie and say that this kind of episode doesn't exist, or that this type of thing hasn't been done before, like me mentioning Animal Man. But what they do with it is really good. And even though there are some people who are praising the episode with being like, ha ha ha, finally taking the shot at Marvel for being decided and controlled by an AI algorithm, but you know, it's Marvel making fun of themselves. Kind of like how, yeah, so it's, you know, it really doesn't have that type of weight or bite behind it that it should, but that's beside the point. It works. It still works. It just doesn't have the full impact because it's made by it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like a rich guy making fun of himself for being rich, but that's beside the point. Episode 9. Just true to form, perfect She-Hulk. A great representation of what She-Hulk is, what She-Hulk does, and what She-Hulk can do. Now that I've given like episode 9 my full 10 out of 10, I loved it review. Going for the series as a whole, I felt the series was weird and messy, and I don't disagree with people who think it exists purely to troll people. It does, but like, once again, I talked about it with my episode 8 review, but I just feel that you made a 9-episode sitcom, a 9-episode legal comedy. That's like a 20-episode show at least. You know, there's a lot more meat you could have done, but then again, you know, when you have a 9-episode sitcom, you're gonna have to do what this show does to wrangle it all in and make it work, and it does make it work at the end of the day. It's definitely, I'll say this, I think the MCU version of She-Hulk herself is probably my current favorite version of the character within the MCU, but I don't necessarily think her show was the best. Yeah, thank you for introducing She-Hulk to the MCU and to the general public. I'm hoping season 2 is even better than season 1.